In the last couple of videos, we've been practicing U substitution and seeing how that works. Let's take a look at a slightly more complex example and see how things can start to get a little bit wavy, but it's nothing we can't handle. So we want to find the indefinite integral of cosine of 3x plus 2 dx. So we're going to start the way we have been starting. I want to let u equal 3x plus 2. And then from there, du is just going to equal 3 dx. Now what happens when I substitute this in? So this 3x plus 2, cosine of 3x plus 2 is going to be cosine of u, so that looks nice. But I don't have a 3 dx over here to replace with a du. So before it was nice because this 2 was already in the function with the dx. Here the 3 and the dx were in the function. We're not so lucky this time. So here's what I'm going to do to make it work out for me. I want to figure out not what 3 dx is equal to, but I want to figure out what dx is equal to, because that's what I'm left with after I make that substitution. And so to solve this for dx, I'm going to divide both sides of this equation by 3. So that gives me 1/3 of du is equal to dx. Okay, you see how I did that? And now my substitution is going to work out a lot better. So this is going to be the cosine of 3x plus 2. That's going to become the cosine of u. And then my dx, which is the only thing that's left, I can replace that with 1/3 du. And maybe just for kicks, I'll rearrange this a little bit. Cosine of u du. All right, now I've got another little bit of a problem. In this problem up here, I had the indefinite integral of cosine of u du, and that was on my integral table. But the indefinite integral of 1/3 cosine of u is not. So the question is, what am I going to do about that? And the answer is, I'm going to take a careful look and remember something that's on my integral sheet. This is one of the properties of definite integrals that we talked about. Let me shade this a little bit. My gosh, that glare. So what we have is we've got the integral of c times f of x dx. If we've got a function that's multiplied by some constant, just like we do in this problem, we can pull that constant outside of the integral. So if I want to find the integral of this, all I need to do is to calculate the indefinite integral of cosine of u du, and then multiply that by 1/3. And that's something I know how to do. Now we're back to the indefinite integral of cosine of u du, which is on our trig table. And so that's going to be 1/3 times sine of u plus a constant. And the last thing we're going to do is we're going to substitute 3x plus 2 back in for u here. And so that's equal to 1/3 of sine of 3x plus 2 plus c for our antiderivative here. Okay, so the first trick here was making this extra calculation over on this side so that we could substitute everything in properly. And the other part was knowing that we can pull constant factors or constant multiples outside of the integral symbol to have something simpler inside the integral. All right, so with that in mind, you can tackle the next problem, see if you can do that yourself. It's adding another wrinkle into it, but see if you can take care of that yourself. And if you can, give yourself a pat on the back. If you try and watch the next video and see that you didn't quite make it, you can give yourself a pat on the back for trying, because that's how we grow. And either way, check out the next video to see how we solve it.